Desert Places can be read both as a meditation on humanity's isolation in the grand scheme of the cosmos and as a reflection of the speaker's personal loneliness. This speaker, traveling at night in a snowstorm, feels profoundly alone while watching white blankness cover a nearby field. This blankness seems to reflect nature's general indifference toward humanity, and it may also reflect the speaker's own internal sense of detachment and desolation. The speaker finds such desert places, that is, the empty, isolated spaces of the earth and/or of the mind, as frightening to contemplate as the vast void of outer space. One of Robert Frost's enduringly popular poems, Desert Places, was first published in 1934 and later collected in the Pulitzer Prize-winning volume A Further Range, 1936. The first quatrain of the poem depicts a heavy snowstorm on a winter night. The speaker describes passing by a field in which snow and darkness were rapidly falling. It's not clear what the speaker was doing out in this snowstorm, or where he was coming from or going. The speaker was probably near home, mentioned later in line 15, but it's not clear if they headed towards this home or away from it. The field itself, meanwhile, appears to be rural farmland, with a few weeds and stubble showing through a nearly smooth blanket of snow. Stubble here likely refers to the cut stalks left in a harvested field of grain. Notice that this first stanza consists of a single sentence fragment. That is, there's no main verb here. The speaker doesn't say, for example, that the snow and night were falling, or that the ground was almost covered smooth in snow. These omissions make the stanza feel a bit hasty and perhaps disorienting, as if the speaker is describing the scene in a breathless rush. The words seem to tumble out almost as fast as the falling snow and darkness, and the exclamation "oh" in line 1, fast, oh fast, may further suggest that the speaker feels anxious.
Desert Places expresses the dread that the whole human race is alone and insignificant in the cosmic scheme of things. The poem's speaker passes by a remote field while both snow and night are falling fast. As snow and darkness pile up around the speaker, this landscape seems wild, deserted, and blankly indifferent to human life. The speaker imagines that the landscape will only keep getting blanker until it has no visible human presence or human-friendly features at all. The speaker feels they don't count as a presence. The speaker dryly concludes that there's no reason to fear the alien emptiness of outer space, because the desert places of Earth, empty, alien-seeming landscapes closer to home, are frightening enough. The snowfall and darkness disturb the speaker because they're diminishing or erasing virtually all signs of life. They've covered all but a few weeds and stubble, and the animals, who have retreated into their dens, seem smothered, as if the snow is burying them alive. Meanwhile, the only human being in sight, the speaker, feels too absent-spirited to count. That is, the speaker feels so puny and empty that it's as though they're not even there. They've been absorbed into the larger loneliness of the scene. The falling snow and night thus overwhelm people, animals, and plants alike. Only the woods, a symbol of untamed, mysterious nature, dominate this chilling, deserted landscape. The speaker also dreads that the loneliness of the snowy night will only get worse, to the point where the entire landscape seems completely inhuman. Because the darkness and snow won't end for hours, and in fact will get more intense, the speaker says that the night will be more lonely before it will be less. The landscape will transform into something completely alien and alienating, a perfect blank with no expression, nothing to express. This earthly blankness, in turn, makes the speaker think about the blankness of outer space. The lesson for the speaker is that there's no point in worrying about the loneliness of the cosmos, because deserted landscapes on Earth can be as frightening and alienating as anything outer space holds. The speaker thus claims that other people cannot scare me with talk of vast cosmic distances or uninhabited solar systems, because equally empty spaces nearer home are already scary enough.